Hey there, today I want to talk about the missing link. This is the phenomenon where you have added some relays to make your server look more lively, but you're not really seeing the results for some reason. So just to show you in Consultatron, inside relays, the hashtag relays, robotics, AI, consulting, and FediHost, these tags are all being followed. But let's have a look over in the Consultatron home feed. You know, we're only seeing the accounts that Consultatron is directly following here. I'm not seeing any AI tags. I'm not seeing any consulting tags. And when you go click on the Explore feed, we see this nothing is trending right now, check back later warning. So in a situation like this, you might be kind of reticent to share your server and also a little bit disappointed that you're not getting to, see the thing that you've asked your server to show you. So what's going on here? The first thing that's going on is your actual account still needs to follow those hashtags. So if we have a look at the followed hashtags here, we can see FediHost is there, but we can't see those other tags which are in our relay section over here. So what's going on is a relay tells your server, go out into the Fediverse and suck up these tags. Anytime anyone who's connected to this particular relay says robotics, says AI, says consulting, bring that down and keep a copy of that post in my content cache. But that doesn't mean that your user account will see it because your user account still needs to be subscribed. The analogy, I guess, would be signing up for a newsletter that's delivered to your mailbox, but not going and checking the mailbox. You still have to, as a user account, go, yeah, I would like to see AI posts. I would like to see consulting posts. So the remedy for this is pretty easy. Grab these tags, search, and you can see that the fact that the local instance here has got 49 posts on robotics shows that it is indeed working. And you just want to make sure that you follow that hashtag. So we'll just grab each of these, grab AI, go to the hashtag AI. We can see, wow, 414 posts just today. So that will definitely show up in our feed. Click follow hashtag. Let's go over here and grab consulting. See if anyone's using the hashtag consulting on the Fediverse. Not today, but there have been some people. All right. So now I go over to home feed here and yep, there we go. 10 seconds ago, someone used the hashtag AI and here we are receiving it in our home feed. So that's working now. You may not see this straight away if you, for example, are following really niche hashtags like, Red Deer, Alberta, a small town in Alberta. Probably not a lot of people tagging something with that hashtag or some sort of niche topic. You may just need to wait. If you've added the relay, if you're following the hashtag on your own account, give it a moment, depending on the popularity of the hashtag, to display in your feed. The other thing is the Explore tab. So over in the Explore tab, you will see this message a lot of the time. Nothing is trending right now, check back later. That's because the algorithm to decide whether a post is trending has a threshold of a minimum number of boosts and favorites, which is really hard to hit on a solo instance. So this is the sort of thing where it's a kind of chicken and egg situation. If you're waiting to open up your Mastodon server for this to go away and show trending posts, it's probably not going to occur. If you are a really popular account, when you post and you have like 5 people liking your post and boosting it, then it will show up here. If you are subscribed to a lot of accounts and they're all boosting a post, then it will show up here. But it won't show just generally popular on the Fediverse posts. This is because your server doesn't automatically trust the boost count from other servers, if this makes sense. So in other words, if Mastodon.social is telling your instance, hey, here's a post, and we have in our internal record keeping 300 favorites for this post, your server won't believe it unless it received the original boosts from the original accounts. This is fairly advanced and not really relevant if you're a regular Mastodon user, but I thought you might find that interesting to know. So generally speaking, if you want this to be filled, you're going to need to have a reasonably large number of active users. That's because those active users will be following a lot of accounts, and that will be giving your server information about what those other accounts are boosting. that also means your accounts on your server will be writing posts that might get boosted and favorited and shown here. And that also means that the accounts on your server will be boosting and favoriting your own posts and each other's posts, and that will increase the chances of it displaying here. So what I would usually recommend doing is, if you are a solo instance, or if you only have a couple of accounts, then go and turn this page off, the trending page, as your home page, because let's pretend that we are the discount bucket warehouse arriving on this page. Here's the discount bucket warehouse, and the discount bucket warehouse arrives on the Consultatron page, and this is what it sees. It's not very nice, right? So I think it's a good idea to disable this as the landing page. Let's show you how to do it. So you click on Administration, Server Settings, Discovery, and then disable where it says Use Trends as the landing page. And we're just going to turn that off. And then over on the Discount Bucket Warehouse profile, if we open up Consultatron's Mastodon instance, it shows this, which I think is a little bit nicer. Obviously, the server isn't completely filled out, but you can put some information in there. So hopefully that helps. It's kind of interesting. I don't exactly know how to group these two things as a problem, but they're kind of related and often come up at the same time. So I'm putting this under a relays aren't quite working, my feed is not quite working category. But hopefully you have learned something today regardless. And one of these things is the issue that you wanted to solve. Thanks for watching. See you out there on the Fediverse.